Now, let's dive deep into this big LGBTQ story for today. I'm Jason Nunez, and let's queer up entertainment. Ryan Murphy's Monsters returns with Ed Gein's story on Netflix. Netflix is turning up the chills this fall. The streamer has announced the third season of Ryan Murphy's hit anthology series, Monsters, premiering on October 3rd. After exploring Jeffrey Dahmer and the Menendez Brothers in its first 2 seasons, this installment will spotlight one of America's most infamous killers, Ed Gein, also known as the Butcher of Plainfield. Gein's crimes in 1950s rural Wisconsin were so disturbing that they inspired Psycho, The Silence of the Lambs, and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. According to the show's official logline, quote, "Driven by isolation, psychosis, and all-consuming obsession with his mother, Gein's perverse crimes birthed a new kind of monster that would haunt Hollywood for decades. From Psycho to the Chainsaw Massacre to The Silence of the Lambs, Gein's macabre legacy gave birth to fictional monsters born in his image and ignited a cultural obsession with the criminally deviant. Ed Gein didn't just influence a genre, he became the blueprint for modern horror," end quote. The season will star Charlie Hunnam as Gein. LGBTQ viewers may remember Hunnam's earliest role, Nathan, in the groundbreaking UK series Queer as Folk back in 1999. He later gained fame in Sons of Anarchy and blockbuster films like Pacific Rim. Joining him are Tom Hollander of The White Lotus, Laurie Metcalf from Lady Bird, Joey Polari from Love, Simon, Leslie Manville of Phantom Thread, and Susanna Sun of Fear Street Prom Queen. With this powerhouse cast, Murphy and his longtime collaborators, Ian Brennan, are promising another dark, must-watch season. So, another anthology from Ryan Murphy means another date night for me and my husband. So, we binge watched Jeffrey Dahmer, that was our date night, the Menendez Brothers date night, and now this one. So we're super excited. Anything that Ryan Murphy does, fan favorite for us. Household name, Pose, that was another one that we were both date night in tune with the entire time. So really looking forward to this. And you know, what's wrong with Netflix and chill?
Yeah, I'm glad that some of the things you enjoy for dates are not just the slashers. I'm like, oh, that's a very romantic date night. It's like, let's watch a slasher.
There are people who legitimately enjoy horror things.
Yes.
I mean, there's a literal Walter Manners horror group on Facebook.
Yeah,
yes,
that is very true.
And for me, it's just, I've always enjoyed this, and I'm a big fan of Hannibal Lecter and Silence of the Lambs series. So I wonder how this is going to turn out. Although, I also wonder on a philosophical level, what does it say about our society when we are so obsessed with crime shows, especially serial killers?
Well, but I think sometimes watching, it takes away some of the mystery, and you want to understand. I guess it depends on your perspective of what you're looking for. I do know, on a lighter note, I love Laurie Metcalf anything. I've always loved her. So I think it's interesting to see her in this genre of movie. Usually she's in comedies and things like that, and I'm glad to see her.
I was taken aback to hear the reference from Nathan from the British version of Queer as Folk. Because when I was like 16-year-old me loved that show, because there was no real queer representation with it, and I had such a crush on that actor when he was young and I was young, so that was wonderful to see. So, but that will be a wonderful thing to see, or a really horrific thing to see, which is probably the point. And that is a big LGBTQ story for today. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by subscribing to and sharing Queer News Tonight.